Well, good afternoon. Is it afternoon? No, it's forenoon. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Blacklist Universe and a very, very exciting episode of what the hell is Mike eating now? Uh, Eden's taking her finals on the computer, so I can't jump in and do cross examinations. I'm in the middle of uploading um, my other crap. Uh, Trying to get. What's wrong with these chopsticks? What in the heck is all over these chopsticks? Okay, I'm not using those chopsticks. Darn it. I guess I'll have to eat this with a spoon. So, what I've done here is I've got some soft organic tofu and some seaweed with a splash of ponzu. Mmm. Mmm. We can't hear you. This thing sucks. What is up with the deal with the stuff? Man. Alright, let me turn off my Bluetooth. I don't know what's up with my freaking Bluetooth, man. Can you hear me now? You hear me now? Why can I never just get a decent stinking Bluetooth headset? So delicious, delicious seaweed. Where damn books at? Between now and 1 o'clock, they're supposed to roll up here, so I just sit here waiting. I'm sitting here waiting for books to arrive, eating seaweed. Taco Bell, go. Oh. Seaweed and tofu. It's my culture, man. Leave me alone. Tofu with just a little bit of ponzu sauce. It's a very light flavor. Not for everybody, I guess. But I like it. It feels like home. And seaweed, for those who don't know, really, 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 probably the best food on earth. Because all of those natural minerals that we have drained out of the soil we grow our food in, all those minerals are in the sea. And those minerals are extracted out of the seawater by seaweed. So seaweed, you know, 1,000 years ago, the plants that we grew, they would extract all those minerals out of the ground. Thing is, if you don't replace the minerals, they're no longer there, right? So by extracting the minerals out of the ground and then continuing to grow our food in the soil, you may get the vitamins that plants are rich in, but they're incapable of extracting any mineral that is no longer there. So actually, the FDA, they made it so that farmers have to replace 14 minerals into the soil that they're farming out of. But the body needs over 70 different minerals. And 14 ain't gonna cut it. This is true. I put liquid sea kelp on my lawn as a supplement. There you go. I put sea kelp in my body as a supplement. Japanese seaweed is good. This is actually from Thailand. I don't think it makes much difference. Same ocean. I won't eat tofu because I don't want to grow love handles. The process of, I think it is fermentation they use to make tofu out of soy, removes the estrogenic properties of the soy. I do believe. That's what I've heard anyways. Someone should probably look that up before I grow love handles. Diet is another example of overcomplicating a simple premise. True. Imagine the smell. Actually, it doesn't smell like much. It doesn't have any sea smell to it. And it's actually sweet. I don't know what the process they do to it. I see some sesame seeds. I don't know if they use sesame oil in here at all. But yo no soy. Ruth says her OBGYN told her not to eat tofu because of estrogen. Well, if Ruth is by a computer, or if you're on a computer, can you look it up and see if that's the case? I know there's a totally different process for soy sauce, so I don't think that has an issue. But I'm well beyond my puberty days, so I don't think estrogen's gonna. I love. This is good. Love it. Love it. Too much soy intake is bad for you. I have a theory. Because soy products, soy sauce, tofu, it is such a staple in the Japanese diet. I have a feeling that's why Japanese men seem somewhat, I don't want to say effeminate in the, oh, they all talk like this, right? But they seem effeminate in that they're small-boned, very soft-featured. Soy sauce is delicious. Have small pee-pee. The worst, Captain. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, but you're not getting any more testosterone. Well, what foods make you high in testosterone? I'm curious. They're saying they sound like soy boys. I think Japanese are the original soy boys. I don't know how much soy there is in other Asian cultures, Oriental cultures. Do they eat a lot of tofu? Chicken, eggs. Oh, dude, I eat so many eggs. I just honestly didn't feel like cooking, and this was all already in the fridge. We have shirakiku noodles in there. They're konnyaku noodles. Oh, I love konnyaku noodles. So the other day, I took konnyaku and what soup base did I use? I think I used memi. And then I cooked the konnyaku noodles and I heated up the tofu in there, and I got it to a boil, and I cracked like 4 eggs, and I just let the eggs, I wanted to kind of go for an egg drop soup thing, but it boiled up so much that the eggs just solidified around the tofu and the noodles. And so I got that out, and I sprinkled some nori on top of it, some shredded nori. Man, the kids freaking gobbled that up. They loved it. Good stuff. I'm gonna move this so I can see myself better. That doesn't help at all. So, is vegetarian not that common among Orientals? It's not that vegetarian is uncommon. It's that it used to be that eating meat was not that it was uncommon, but meat wasn't the primary dish. All right. You wouldn't have a steak with side dishes. You would have meat would be like a smaller dish, right? And then you would have fish, you would have vegetables. If you would have a dish, like you go to a Chinese restaurant and you get like, you know, lo mein or something. You get like beef lo mein. You get device overheating. It's because it's in the sun. Whew. I don't know if this is gonna work. Hold on. You may have to sit next to me while I eat my food. So, you know, it's mostly noodles, and then you get some beef inside with the noodles. It's an additive to the overall meal instead of being the primary. We looked it up unapologetically. It contains plant estrogen, not human, which can still affect pregnant women and the menopausal women. The more you know. Well, I am neither pregnant nor menopausal, so. Nor a woman. Oops. Sorry about that. My phone was overheating because it was in the sun, so I had to come inside and throw it in the freezer for a minute. Everybody's disappeared. Right, let me go back outside. Yes, I threw it in the freezer and it fixed right up. So, back outside while I await my computer to be freed, drinking now my hot coffee is hot on the outside. Are either of your parents Oriental? Yes, my Maza is Oriental, just another Star Wars collector. Thank you for asking. My Maza is from Japan. Half my family's in Japan. Just another Star Wars collector. What's your favorite Star Wars stuff to collect? Collector? Device is on fire. I know, it just like logged out. I was like, dang! Can't get your shoes straight sometimes. Yeah, so how's everybody doing this fine Wednesday? I don't even know what day it is. I am just sitting here impatiently waiting for my books to arrive. What time is it? 11:29. So the window was 10 to 1:30, to 10 to 1. So we'll see. Tofu doesn't give you gout. Alright. I've collected since 78, but I focus on 3 3/4 inches now only. Man, I used to have, and this was in the late 90s. I had a Darth Vader 12 back. Was it the 12 back or the 8 back? In mint condition, in package. And I sold it on eBay for $160. I don't know what they're worth today, and I really don't want to know. But I had just discovered eBay, and I was going around my house looking for everything I could sell because it was so fun to just have this outlet to sell stuff. And so what was I eating? I was eating tofu, seaweed with a little bit of ponzu on there. Tofu and seaweed with some ponzu. Okay, collector, you know what? Just tell me what it's what it's worth now, so I can grieve for that moment. When does the pallet arrive? Within the next hour and a half, supposedly. But then that was the going value. Yeah, this was, probably 98, 99 maybe. So I don't know what the shoot. Wasn't that around? No, let's see. The remastered ones came out in 97, right? The remastered Star Wars movies. The bastardized Star Wars movies came out in 97, I think. So around that same time, no, it was 96, 97. I was kind of a lull for Star Wars, and I bought a signed photograph of Han Solo kissing Princess Leia from Empire, signed by both Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford, and authorized or whatever, signed, certified, all that stuff at this Hollywood Signatures Collection place. I believe I paid $34 for it. That is like $3 to $5 grand, please. Oh God, no. Oh, you just hurt me. You hurt me so much inside. Oh. Ouch. You know what? I'm fairly certain by this time one of my kids would have destroyed it anyways, so I'm probably better off having gotten that off to eBay to somewhere where it would be safe. 12 back graded, 85 sold for $3,900. All right, good to know. All right, here's another one. I don't want to know because the box was destroyed and I don't know where the figure is anymore because children. The Legos mail off Han Solo Stormtrooper. How much is that worth now? In box. In mint. I'm so scared to hear the answer to this. I had a Star Wars room, then it became a closet, then it became a garage, then it became a few containers. Now storage at parents until kids move out. I got rid of 3/4. Boomer. Guy from Red Bank, 2 cents. I'm waiting for a Star Wars collector, because he probably knows more than you, Victor, who makes stuff up relentlessly. I never trust anything Victor says at first blush. My mom said, sold all my Star Wars toys when I was off in college for almost nothing. What's up, Not My Circus? Now Victor says $100,000. Oh. There was a mail-away Han Trooper from Fruit Loops. Kellogg's. You're a Star Wars collector and you didn't know about this. All right, maybe Victor's more. Victor knows more than you. I don't trust anything at second blush, says Fuzzy. Fair enough. It's worth trade for a go-kart or $50. Yeah. What's up, Not My Monkeys? Guy from Red Bank. I'm trying to give you hope, Mike. False hope, but hope nonetheless. Didn't do Lego. That is a whole other world. Not Lego, Kellogg's. Kellogg's, standard, just like the other ones you're collecting. It was a Stormtrooper, but you pull the head off and it's Han Solo. I think I still have it somewhere in the house. Probably the kids threw it in one of their toy bins. Or it might have gone in a bag to Goodwill. But yeah, at one point I had it in the box, in the bag, perfectly mint. I don't know what's worth today. $15 on eBay. Really? Mint in the bag, in the box? Because it was in a bag inside the box. Has Mike been gaining weight? Bianca? I don't know. I just have a round head. Shut up. Yeah, it was on the Fruit Loops box. Zero stuff, not worth much. Oh, okay, good. Good. Because that makes me feel less bad than the Darth Vader. I used to collect like almost all of the Star Wars Micro Machines too. Oh, those were so fun. Just having those all lined up. Once again, I don't know where any of them are because kids. Hell yeah, 15 pounds of muscle. What does 12 back mean? It means that they, on the back of the packaging, they showed all 12 of the available action figures, except for Boba Fett, who I believe you can only get as a mail away. I can be corrected by the Star Wars collector if he wants, if I'm wrong. Mike's getting that clean, lean soy protein. You had the Bespin Micro Machine set. Yeah. I had that. Gosh, I still have the somewhere around here. The freaking Death Star. It's like this. It's like bigger than a golf ball. It's cool. The Death Star Micro Machine. I don't know where all the other ones are. You know what? I bet they're at the bottom of the kids' Lego bin. Fett started as a mail away, but was released on a 21 back card all the way through to even the Droids line. There you go. So yeah, the 12 back was before Fett was regular. Star Wars collector knows what's up. Yeah, boy. Did you get the lightsabers? Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of them. Before it was bought out by Disney, the guys that made all the lightsabers. I could not pass up on some of the retro digs that Walmart made up to look like the old figures, even roughed up the back card designs. I got Han, Leia, and Luke right on. I gotta have all my action fleets from the 90s. My mom had them somewhere. Figs. Master replicas, thank you. Yeah. My biggest regret on Master replicas was not when they were going out of I don't think they were going out of business, but something was going. It was just there were too many on the market, you know. So they had the Darth Maul. This was at Borders Books. They had a display of the Darth Maul Master replica blades for $50 each, and I had. Except I think the only one I didn't have was Obi-Wan. I had the Anakin. I had the Darth Vader, the Anakin, the Yoda, the Luke. I didn't like the Obi-Wan. I got oh shoot, did they do a Qui-Gon one? I didn't have that if they did. I had the Mace Windu. And then I saw those Darth Maul ones, and I didn't buy them. Dang it, I should have freaking bought those things. What's a Borders? It was a bookstore. I have the Icons lightsabers that was even before Master Replicas. Really? Nice. Do you have a, what's it called? I'm always forgetting the names of stuff. So, do you have a Graflex? Do you have a Graflex just by itself? Bookstore from ancient times. Is he ranting about George Lucas again? No, I'm not ranting about what a hack George Lucas is. We're just talking about Star Wars collectibles. I went to Borders for Seattle's best coffee back in the day. We used to go to Borders quite often. It's a great place to hang out. No. No, Graflex? Come on, man. You're just another Star Wars collector, and you can't get your hands on a Graflex. I don't have one either, so don't feel bad. I like the Death Star ice mold. I never got that one. I have the Han Solo ones in my freezer right now. But the ice cubes are so small, it's like... Except the one. You get one big one and then like 6 little small ones. But they're only like this thick. So they don't ice your stuff up much. I make my own ice with... I take like those... those plastic containers you get at the store, and I just fill them up like this thick. So I just make these blocks of ice, and then I just break them with my knife. You realize that without George Lucas, there would be no Star Wars action figures. Yeah, that's true. You realize without George Lucas's wife, the first movie would have flopped, and there would still be no Star Wars action figures. I even have the stuffed Jar Jar that you squeeze his stomach and his tongue comes out. My first Father's Day gift. Long live Jar Jar. Never put ice in whiskey. That's not my rule. Not my monkeys, not my circus. I have Han and Death Star ice molds. I use the Death Star for ice, but the Han one I pour wax in for metal casting. Ooh. That's cool. What metal do you cast it in? That's dope. I like that. My youngest said to tell you the Han Solo ones are in 3 freezer. 3 freezer? If George Lucas wasn't getting a divorce, Indy 2 wouldn't be so evil. His wife saved the film. Correct. It is correct. Usually bronze. Bronze? That's not the right color for carbonite. I would think like pewter. No? I think pewter would be right for carbonite. Yeah, I made it right. Just in time. Well, I don't know what to do here. I don't want to just sit here all day long. It's been a half an hour waiting for my books to arrive. Do you guys want to sit here and wait? It's actually kind of hot out here, so I might just go back inside. I mean the right color. It's a movie. The boomer ruined his joke. What? 3 freezer. Han Solo ones are in 3 freezer. I still don't get it. We were able to save 12 comics. What about a nice soothing teal-colored carbonite? Teal-colored? What? What's the D&Q plan tonight? No D&Q tonight. No D&Q. Where's my shotgun? Under my bed, under my mattress, where I like to sleep with it close to me. Yeah, there's no rioters walking down my street, so pumped to get Lone Star. I too am pumped to get Lone Star. I'm gonna say patient. I'm pretty patient, right? I'm patiently waiting. They were supposed to be here Monday, and now it's Wednesday. I'm pretty patient about it. The freezer, as in carbonite. Oh, he's been frozen in carbonite. Got it. But why 3? Why does it say 3 freezer? Write a research documentary on why the prequel Star Wars is good and Mr. Plinkett is wrong. You make me sad. Hashtag where in the world is Lone Star? Well, it's in San Diego somewhere. Either that or it's an hour and a half away. Because they have till 1, and it is 11:46. Hour and 14 minutes. That's my window. And they're supposed to call me before they get here. And I have not had a phone call. Oh, you're the boomer that ruined the joke. I thought you were saying I was the boomer that ruined the joke. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I have fat fingers, Mike. I thought you'd understand. How many unique backers? I don't know that yet. Between the two campaigns, I've got about 3,700 backers. I'm going to guess 10 to 20% of them are double, triple, quadruple backers. So, 37. Well, I don't know. I'll have to see. I will have to see. I am the boomer. Will Lone Star be delivered in a semi? I hope not. It's 2 pallets. 3,300 pounds. So maybe. Dang, I don't think they're going to be able to get up my hill. I'm going to have to move these things all the way up my hill. I read them on digital. Hope you liked them, guy. Hope you liked them. Post office sucks, Mike. Brand was mauled on May 3rd. It only crossed the border to Canada today. Oh, mailed. Wow, you do have fat fingers. So that's what you have to look forward to when you ship international. Hey, all my packages have gotten to you safe, right? Right? Do you have armed guard for delivery? I am the armed guard. I gotta look up if you're allowed to carry weapons out in the open. I don't think you are. This is California. It's good. Number 2 made me feel anxious for the next issue. Good, good, good. How would Lone Star deal with rioters and Honda Civic burners? Appropriately. Well, you know what? You know how he deals with hoodlums. You've seen it. Lone Star 1 and Lone Star 2. And Monster Hunt. You know, it's more important to him to protect the innocent. So if he has to, he'll take a few hits. He'll be lucky if they let you have the slugs in the same building as the gun. Don't let it be so. What is that? You deserve a Guinness, Michael. Thank you. Thank you, Monkey Circus. I'm just going to call you Monkey Circus because it's too long to say your name. Thanks to Penal Code 26350, the open carrying of both loaded and unloaded handguns in public is now illegal. Trump's got to do something. He's got to make a law. Banning open carry is one of the few bad things you can lay at Reagan's feet. He was dealing with the Black Panthers and Beckley commies at the time. Oof. No, you're good, Mike. It's just the post office is so delayed crossing the border now. Yeah. Again, I'm not shipping this stuff out till all these stupid riots are done, but I got a lot of packing to do. Plus, I have to do, and this is a secret, but you guys probably would have figured it out by now. I have to do a cover for Tadia. I have to do a cover for Game of Thrones. I have to do 2 or 3 more covers for a secret project. And I have to draw the rest of the secret project. And fulfill. I am going to be one busy Hoppa. One busy hoppa. What's up, Alan Wagga? How's everybody doing? It is warm today. Man, it feels like it's like 85 or something out here. Oof. I bet you it's like hot in the sun, which is like right here. I'm sticking my foot in the sun. It is hot. Covers for Game of Thrones, Mike, isn't much of a secret. We've seen you do that a dozen times. I know the secret was Tadia. Smart guy. Speaking of that secret project, we should talk later. Yes, Pixel, we should talk later. Because we have to talk about the other secret, too. As in Lone Star meets Toxic Avenger. No. Should I do a second book for the next Lone Star campaign? I mean, not me drawing it, but have somebody else draw? Like some sort of a crossover? It certainly did help the campaign to have a second book on there. Another Star Wars collector says, for $5, have a Guinness on me, Mike. Nice chatting with you. You too, bro. Hope you've, if you've not been here before, please do hit that subscribe button. The Secret Project is not a great name. What's your backup title? How about The Fallen? I'll call it The Fallen. Not actual title. Working title, The Fallen. State of California, open carry is only allowed within place of residence, place of business, or on private property owned or lawfully possessed by the citizen or legal resident. Right on. So I can't stand outside with my shotgun. Clone Star companion book. Oh, Pixel. Oh, Pixel. More Lone Star is always good. Monkey Circus says, I miss the good old days, Mike. Well, I tried to save the good old days, Monkey Circus. I tried to save the good old days. But you know what? I think it's better for my spirit to know who is and is not worthy of tying myself to, right? Because although it may have been entertaining, finding out what a despicable cretin I used to spend a lot of time with, I think is more important than the good times. We will move on to better times ahead. Yeah, a second book, secret perk like Monster Hunter would get me to back again, probably. Good old days are gone. Better days ahead is where it's at. Hot 2020. Can I get some hot 2020s up in here? The first half of 2020 is wow. I mean, this whole world, the 2020, it's been a difficult 2020. But I think the second half is going to be pretty rocking. Hashtag Mike's always right eventually, right? No burrito. No curious. Sorry. No burrito. Tisk. Don't say those things. Hey, it's better to know. I'm just saying. Can I get a like in there? 26 here, 16 likes. I think the alternatives are starting to pick up with the DA Talks and Mecca hosting shows. Not what I expected at DA Talks. Vicky seems to be more about drama, but it's a start. The alternatives, well, here's the thing, man. We need fresh blood. We need to constantly bring in new people. And we haven't been. Well, the community of Comicsgate, it's been a bare trickle. I want to remind you guys of something. Before a year ago, next month, July. That's when Rome started to fall. Ethan, Zach, Comicsgate. When we were united, we were growing by leaps and bounds regularly. Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers had either roughly the same or fewer. I believe Nerdrotic was like at 80,000 subs or something. Ethan was at 132, something like that. Nerdrotic is now at, is it 240,000 subs? Ethan is at 132 a year later. Ethan choosing War Campaign, knowing full well that they were behind all of these gay ops, is what flatlined Comicsgate. And Geeks and Gamers still. Nerdrotic. A bunch of the other guys who focused on fighting the culture war instead of fighting Mike Miller took off. Still growing. Even through the dismal failure of the last Star Wars movie, they're still focused, eyes on the goal, and still booming. Ethan, 1 year later, 132,000 subs. Yeah, have my subs suffered? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm a terrible YouTuber. Look at me. I'm sitting in front of my... I'm sitting on my porch. Star Wars Collector says, I always thought you and EVS were a good team. Just my opinion. Some of those streams were awesome. War Campaign seems to be finished. Well, if he had made the right call a year ago, I think... First of all, I think Cyberfrog 2 would have hit $2 million by now. I think Ethan's channel would be at least on par with Nerdrotic's. 250,000 subs, probably. But instead, he decided to have a vendetta against me for a year straight. That was not good for Comicsgate. Whatever. He's been at 132 for over a year. 28 hours left on Titan Mouse of Might on Kickstarter. Please support Gary Shipman and grab some floppies. Please do. Please do. Captain Hilt says EVS flatlined because he's boring. No, he's... No, if you look at the dates, it coincides exactly with the end of July, which is when he chose War Campaign over... Well, let's just call it what it is. The Christian conservatives. He chose War Campaign over the Christian conservatives in Comicsgate. He wanted his dildo campaign more than he wanted Christian conservatives in Comicsgate. That was his choice, and this is what happened. So, can you all unite now? War Campaign, our history. I can't go back. It's no. They've the entire well of comics. There might be some Comicsgate people who will stand by me still. God bless them. I have nothing against Comicsgate as an ideal. I mean, okay, don't take this too literally. I'm still idealistically with Comicsgate, but I will not wear the label. I'm just like Zach. Zach says the exact same thing. You know, I'm with you guys, but I'm not gonna wear the dog tag. Right? The ideals of Comicsgate, as I understand them, I can't change my ideals, right? Whatever you want to call them, I'm not going to change my ideals. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? That is not it. Um, but, you know, he has spent a year poisoning those fans against me, and he's done a damn good job of it. Of course, it cost him the future, but hey, as long as he got to use me as a whipping boy for a year, good for you, genius. I agree with you, but his streams suck. What is his content? Can you even tell me? It's terrible drama streams with the same losers for the last year. Yeah, well, I mean, Star Wars Collector was right. Ethan and I had great chemistry. I think we played off each other very, very well, and I don't think he's got anybody that plays off of him as well. And so, oh well. Victor says Mike is more CG than CG himself. Comics freedom. Freedom! Pablo says the problem was him fighting you and Doug. He spent too much time doing live streaming about that stuff instead of doing something to grow his channel. I know. That's his narcissism, his inability. Well, I'm not. Whatever. Putting on a wig and sunglasses isn't good content. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. Is there a D&Q tonight? No. Well, no. Because my books should be here within about an hour. And then I want to be packing books. I don't want to be wasting time. Unless I can find somebody else to host it. That would be great. You were kind of a straight man, but he wanted to be a wild child. What do you mean? Adam Post and Adam Friended have such great charisma. Look, I think out of most of those guys, Adam Post is like the most level-headed. Adam Friended, I find him moderately entertaining, but more because I'm laughing at him than laughing with him. Because he's so. I don't want to say anything bad. I actually do like Adam Friended for some weird reason. Pablo says, my impression is that CG has died. I don't see the same enthusiasm that was before the infighting. I think it's. I don't think it's died. I think it's just transformed into primarily the EVS fan club. Which, I mean, good for him for having so many fans. But it'd be interesting for somebody to put a poll up to ask, if you are Comicsgate, are you an EVS fan? Yes or no? And see if it's not like 95, 100% yes. I bet you it is. Packing Books live stream then. Possible. His top guests are Cecil and John Malin. One is drunk most of the time. The other is half asleep most of the time. I still think Cecil is funny. I think John can be witty from here and there. Here and there, John just comes in with a zinger. I got a new shirt design out for IndieCron. What is your lockdown shirt size? Ha 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 ha. I still like mediums. Who's the most flat-headed? I don't know. Victor says, well, I mean, Mike did get deplatformed recently also, and not because of anyone but himself. Point being what, Victor? Monkey Circus says, isn't CG big enough to accommodate everyone? Apparently not. Apparently not. Wraithglue says, too many people in here seem to think Ethan screwed up doing what he did. You're working under the false assumption he cares about growing the customer base. It's I mean, honestly, I think he'd love to grow the customer base, but I think his hubris got in the way of that. EVS is CG at this point, says Awful Redneck Gaming. I don't think the two can separate. Now, it is his brand. He owns it, and that's why I don't want to be part of it. Victor says Adam Friend is a good speaker. Adam Post and others just looking to screw backers. Oh, I don't think Adam Post is looking to screw backers at all. Look, I'm not. I don't pay that much attention to what Adam Post says, but from the streams I've seen where he's on, he does seem like a moderate voice that I've seen. You know, I mean, he may jump in with the stupid cracks here and there, but at least a couple of times I've seen him be like, you know, they're all bagging on me, and then he's like, well, I mean, look at it this way. It's possible that this was just a mistake. And I'm like, well, he's a rational dude. Of course, he talks smack about me on Twitter, so I don't know. Whatever. I've actually never had any personal interactions with the guy. I get the feeling that if we just sat out and have a beer, we'd be cool. Cecil has no guidance. Mike likes belly shirts. Redneck says, it was never about the money for Ethan, in my humble opinion. He likes the power. The money is just a bonus. Well, I think the power and the money together is the reason he chose War Campaign over the Christian conservative wing of Comicsgate. Post isn't out to screw backers. He's just a crap person. Oh, Redneck. I don't know. I can't judge him like that. I don't. Maybe I don't follow him enough. Maybe you follow him more than I do. So they're like, $1,000 for a toy is cheap, Ethan. I don't like it. $1,000 for a toy. P-Money says, I usually don't get mad on Twitter, but I do get mad whenever someone accuses you of stealing Lone Star money, even though you fulfill campaigns. Yeah, this lie, I mean, that's my real issue, is the constant lies. Constant lies coming out of those guys about me to besmirch my name, make me sound like I'm trying to steal from my backers in order to get people not to back me. It's such cancel culture garbage. Captain Hill says Adam Post is rational, but he has no personality. He's jumped on the EVS train to boost his campaigns. At least the guy produces books. He does produce books. Fuzzy Creature says, stop talking about a Christian conservative wing, Mike. Anybody should be upset with Ethan's behavior. I'm talking about a specific moment in time. I'm talking about a specific moment in time with the Fall of Rome stream. You know, it was a year ago this month. The Pride is a Sin thing is what started the divide. Because when he called Christian conservative values stupid and divisive, I'm like, whoa, dude. You just... That's a hornet's nest. When Comicsgate was a refuge for the Christian conservative creator and customer, that's when it was growing by leaps and bounds, right? When Ethan said that the ideas of, you know, that Christian conservatives hold about gay marriage or whatever it is. Whatever, I don't remember exactly. Pride is a Sin. When he called those ideas, he didn't call me specifically, he called the ideas stupid and divisive. And I'm like, bruh, almost every Christian conservative holds these ideas. You just... And that's the funny thing, is he'd say relentlessly how I'm targeting this people group by saying pride is a sin. I'm like, I'm guilty of pride as well. But that I'm targeting a people group, and I'm like, bro, you just targeted the majority, I thought, of Comicsgate, the Christian conservative wing. You just called their deeply held religious beliefs stupid and divisive. That to me was the beginning of the end. You mean when you let Roe insult religious people? Who? Me? What? Mad Cow says that moment still pisses me off. After reading Monster Hunt, the dude in the beginning was Cecil, but was the nice lady in Jawbreakers? Was that Star Wars girl? You mean Seance? No. Redneck says Adam Post wanted Mike back so they could continue beating him in front of everyone. Just my opinion. Adam has said some gnarly BS about Mike. Has he? I don't know. I haven't followed. I do watch the occasional stream, but I don't watch it like religiously or anything. I believe Ethan does still like you, Mike. No, he doesn't. He absolutely hates me. Why else would he speak of you so often? Because hate is a more powerful driver than like. I just think he would get a bunch of backlash from his channel's community if he were to try and make amends. Well, after trying to destroy me for a year, it would absolutely make him look like a freaking hypocrite. But he's nothing if not inconsistent, so whatever. He gave War Campaign Tactics a pass, but came at you hard. That is correct. Mad Cow. People who spend hours drawing see guys that don't go through the same as liars and cheaters. I don't get that. He was using your pride as a sin as an excuse. He never really cared about it. He liked having things over you. He didn't like the fact that he couldn't control me. That's his problem. Just know, Star Wars collectors, are you at alt version of me? I said this to Mike last year. I listened to the Follow Rome stream. You and Edwin let Roe take a crack at religious types with no comeback just after you had agreed to not do that stuff. Oh, really? I don't remember. I haven't watched that for a while. That is a good stream to go back and rewatch, though. I was trying to get Roe to see that what he was doing was destructive to Comicsgate. And honestly, there was a moment in time during that stream where Roe's right, like, yeah, you know what? You're right. He's like, I think we need to pull back and stop doing that stuff. Because I was like, dude, I have people telling me they're leaving Comicsgate, and that's not what you're about. If you're trying to protect Comicsgate, you can't do it by chasing people away. And I totally thought I got through to him. And then like a day, 2 days later, Ethan came out and said, War Campaign does nothing wrong. And then it was all downhill from there. That's when I left. War Campaign will now fade into obscurity without EVS shining a light on them. Possible. I think they may have enough fans. Well, I don't know. Vestige 2 is only up to the $17,000. Oh, money. Is that it? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, I love your ways. Every day. That guy is not getting up my hill. The books are here. The books are here. Oh, money. Dadgummit. Alright, hold on a second. Let me get some flip-flops on. The books are here. Where's my flip-flops?
The books are here?
The books are here. We just tore up all the carpet yesterday.
Oh!
I don't see anything. What?
You don't see that?
No. I just need flip-flops.
Be careful.
Oh, I just need flip-flops.
Look.
I don't care. I just need flip-flops. Okay, I hear you. I just need flip flops. Out of the way, cat. Do 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 do. Let's go see the books, yeah. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. Live streaming. Move, Max, get out of the way. Flip flops, the military boots of the suburbs. All right. Is there any way you could get up that hill?
Too fast for you guys.
Any way you can back up that hill?
I want to take a look.
Yeah. Because otherwise